At.org. On est au Carré Phillips en ce moment et les gens, si la caméra peut se mettre à focuser, ça serait bon. Et voilà. Les gens se sont distribués des chandelles et les ont allumées. So we are now at Square Phillips. People have passed around candles and have lighted them.
Yeah, it is. The link.
The link. McGill?
Testing, okay. Yeah. Okay, hopefully everybody found some fire. If I could have your attention, we're going to have a moment of silence now before continuing. Because the main reason for this march is to commemorate and to remember and honor the lives of all the women and girls that we're here to talk about today, to remember their lives, all those that have gone missing and been found murdered. So if we could have that moment of silence now, we'll do it for a minute.
Donc maintenant, on va observer un moment de silence en mémoire des femmes disparues et assassinées. Donc peut-être pour une minute de silence. Merci beaucoup. Et on est prêt maintenant. Annick, si oui.
Quickly, everybody. Bonsoir tout le monde. Good night, everybody. It's an honor for me to be here and to witness the number of people who are here united in a very important cause. C'est vraiment très touchant de voir à quel point on est plusieurs, unis de tous les horizons, de toutes les cultures, pour la même cause. Je vais parler en français, donc si vous voulez de la traduction chuchotée, il y a quelqu'un qui n'est pas très loin qui va pouvoir le faire. So I'm going to speak mainly in French, so if somebody wants translation, somebody right there is going to be able to translate. Les femmes autochtones subissent une violence qui est alarmante, disproportionnée. La Commission royale des peuples autochtones, en 1996, a dit que le problème de la violence dans les communautés autochtones est le problème le plus important auquel les communautés autochtones font face. Les estimations les plus conservatrices disent que les femmes autochtones sont victimes de 3 fois plus de violences. 3 fois plus de violences que les femmes non autochtones. Mais par contre, énormément d'études disent ou nous informent que de 80 à 90% des femmes autochtones auraient été victimes de violences. C'est une grande épidémie. Une femme autochtone sur 10 femmes assassinées au Canada, une femme serait autochtone, alors que les femmes autochtones composent 4% de la population. On a parlé de la surreprésentation aussi des femmes autochtones dans les prisons. Environ 30 ou 40% des femmes dans les prisons incarcérées sont autochtones. On fait face à des graves problèmes. Et notre gouvernement, Harper, continue de fermer les yeux, continue avec son silence arrogant, méprisant envers les femmes autochtones, puis par ricochet envers toutes les femmes. On a besoin, en tant que femmes, de toute nation, de se sentir en sécurité, de se sentir aimée, de se sentir protégée, d'avoir la paix. Malheureusement, c'est pas ce qui se passe en ce moment. Harper, encore une fois, a ignoré les recommandations de l'ONU, alors que Amnesty International, alors que Human Rights Watch, alors que les députés de l'opposition, alors que les premiers ministres provinciaux ont tous appuyé l'importance d'établir une enquête nationale pour documenter le grave problème auquel on fait face ici au Canada. Encore un silence arrogant. Est-ce qu'on est surpris, vraiment, après tout ce qu'on a vu depuis ces années? Ça continue dans la même ligne colonialiste, impérialiste, avec des politiques assimilatrices qui continuent de marginaliser les Autochtones et les femmes autochtones et leurs enfants en particulier. Moi, je pense que ce dont on a besoin, c'est plus de compréhension, mais surtout plus de compassion, plus d'amour. Pour nous-mêmes, pour les gens qui nous entourent, puis pour l'inconnu dans la rue, pour la femme que vous voyez dans la rue, qui souffre. Ce pays-là a été fondé, le Canada, ou le Canada, sur des valeurs patriarcales européennes. Les valeurs qui appartiennent à ces terres ancestrales sont des valeurs de respect de la femme, des valeurs de tolérance, d'acceptation de la diversité, puis des valeurs d'amour. J'aimerais vous offrir un chant. En fait, c'est un chant que j'offre à toutes les femmes qui se sont fait assassiner depuis les dernières années. J'ose même pas mettre un chiffre parce que même si c'était juste une femme, ça serait déjà trop. Mais il y en a tellement. À toutes ces femmes, à leur esprit, puis aux familles qui les pleurent, qui sont en deuil encore aujourd'hui. C'est le chant d'honneur cri, puis d'ailleurs, si des gens le connaissent et veulent venir le chanter avec moi, ça serait un grand honneur.
Thank you, Nick. Is Harvey and Michelle here? Harvey. I'd like to call Harvey Michel if he is here. Yeah, okay. I'd like to call Joey Shaw. I see Joey. There he is.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joey Shaw, and I also go by the artist name of Warrior Minded. And I'm from Iqaluit, Nunavut, and I grew up here in the city of Montreal. And I had the honor and privilege to attend some of these events over the past few years. And I'm always amazed at the turnout of all the people that come and show their support and solidarity for this issue. I would just like to get into some of the poetry and the music. I'm going to perform a piece that I just wrote. Our story's written in the stars and the northern lights. You see the look in the husky's eyes, pulling your sled through the trail, going the distance where persistence was the way you're living. It still is to this instance with a difference in the climate. Melted ice caps don't let your cruise ship sink, and sea is open for import, shipping more goods and all that other stuff. You just can't get enough. You think you have it rough until you take the time of day to walk in another person's knuckle-ups and see how they got it tough. Remain resilient when I think of resistance. I'm thinking of the distance that it's going to take to reconcile pain. To all the Inuk's names that were listed on the disc list, I'm thinking of the person with the ulu to the wrist, resisting the urge to slit it, holding on another minute, rethinking the decision. It's a heavy load to carry. The thought of it is scary, but know that you can carry on and run with it. Life was determined by decisions you made. But when we learn from our mistakes, on the weight of the broken break, anybody's spirit, all it takes is a random situation for someone to lose their faith in the process. The stress on your conscience, telling all you people that you got this gift and you can never ever trade it for a profit. There's people that is what is trying to stop it from reaching to the ears of the youth. So I'm making this for people that are seeking the truth. You gotta be ready to move, as if you had nothing to lose. You wonder when you better learn how to choose the right path to make it through precipitation of any limitation. say shit. How can I approach this? I travel through the city and I still don't have a notebook. I know what it's like to be homeless, but I can never say that I was hopeless. I stepped to the stage with the crowd up and the friends of maintaining my focus is the reason why I wrote this. So I can rip my mic and take a minute to show this. See, the universe knows this, so you don't gotta grasp the concept. Take my words out of context, cause if I ever wanna be an activist, I gotta practice this. Way keep on the youth for trying to slash their wrist. I'm trying to bring in the peace from the going through the war. Well, it's spiritual, physical, we're up against a critical foe who's not visible to every individual's eyes. Your words are the wise, you wanna rise above the nonsense. You have to realize the truth, never compromise or settle, spend the kind of press. What's up the problem when they can't breathe in the air or they can't drink the water on the surface? These are issues that are not being brought up as prominent as the heart, but just can't seem to be bothered with the plan for the north. Where the dogs are being slaughtered by the hunter for a profit, must be flooded by the markets. Watch them empty up your wallets, matter now. Credit cards to get the next pair of knife for foot lock, and no shock it to the average citizen. Not judging if you listen and look at the conditions that we're living in. With the cost of education for the youngest, causes growing population out the mental reservations, everything contaminated. I know they hate it when we shout, but in times of tribulation, seeking reconciliation for the whole entire nation. I don't know more. Brothers and sisters, everyone deeply rooted in this struggle and in this movement, raise a peace hand into the sky and clench that peace hand into a fist. For everybody here, in honor of everybody, brothers and sisters, we want answers, we want peace, and we want justice.
Merci beaucoup, Joey. J'inviterai maintenant Cheryl Diabo.
What's going on, Rados and Luego? Greetings, everybody here tonight. My genocidal name is Cheryl Diabo, and I use that a lot just to, for the purpose of recognition for some people also who don't know how to pronounce my traditional name. My traditional name that I was given in ceremony is Gahawinoje. That means that I have something to bring. I'm of the Bear clan. I was born and raised a traditional person, and it's pretty difficult living as a Mohawk woman, Kanien'kehá:ka woman, with today's society, the way it's designed, completely dysfunctional and opposite to my identity, to our traditional people who still carry our original ways, who still remember. And I come from Kahnawake. We call it our territory because we still have our traditional government, we still function the traditional people. We don't recognize it as a reservation because we are still fighting regardless of the number. What I wanted to share tonight is exactly that, about the struggle to keep our identity. Not just Native people, but women. Not just Native women, but all women. I know as a woman myself, I have many encounters with the non-native society my whole life growing up because we live so close to Montreal. We're surrounded with different races, nationalities. And I have many friends who are non-native, which help me very much understand the society and how it functions and how it's different from mine. But the importance in identity is really, really something that needs to be recognized within each individual, especially the government. But we know that it starts within ourselves to be able to recognize who we are, regardless if we're male or female, that we all have an identity. Before we came into this physical world, our spirits, that's who we are. We're true. We were born true beings. And as we grow up and we have these influences that we're exposed to, that shapes us to be who we are. And I was very fortunate to be shaped in the Longhouse with my elders, with the people who love me, to show me the right path, to show me what's true, what's good, what's honest. And that's where I was able to eventually understand with a lot of struggle because of the different divisions that exist in our territory because of colonization. To be a traditional person, it took me a while to understand who I am. Now, I see how important it is that it's more than just being a traditional person, but it's being true to my identity as a woman. And being traditional actually helped me understand that because of our ways of peace. We have always been people of peace. And this flag that I'm wearing around me is the Tour Wampum Peace Treaty that was established in 1613 with the colonizers that came here. And what this is just basically respect, to not interfere with each other's business, to not interfere with each other's societies. And we all know that this Tour Wampum Peace Treaty has seriously been breached. And before this treaty came into being physically, our people, before colonization, we understood it through our ceremonies. We never made it into a wampum belt until we had to explain it to the non-native society who spoke a different language. So this Touro Wampum Peace Treaty is exactly the design of all natural life in which I have experienced the understanding myself between men and women. Through ceremony, we're taught the difference between men and women and how we are equal but opposite powers, just as night and day, hot and cold, and so on. And this is why I said that it's important to remember our identity, not just as Native people or whatever race or nationality you are, but to remember who you are and honor that, to remember what your responsibility is. Because once you understand who you are, you will know that you have a responsibility. And that responsibility that I was taught as a Mohawk young girl growing up until now is to maintain and to honor the traits that I was born with as a woman, that every woman has in them, is peace. Our fundamental principles of our nation and our confederacy, the Five Nations Confederacy, is peace, power, and righteousness in the English language. I like to say strength, peace, strength, and righteousness, so people understand that it's not a dominating power. Strength is to have the strength to be able to go on, to be able to understand, and to be able to still live, not exist, but to live. To live as a true being, not just to take up space in this world, but to actually contribute in ways of respecting others and to lead by example. We're all mothers.